Hello, greetings, and uwu. This is part 5 of me trying to get Spirit to sleep with me. So, I'm gonna read now. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which it's sort of okay with. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't go on that huntress date. You really missed out. It was thrilling. Or I guess it wouldn't have been. It would have been. You'll have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that a look on their face? On their face, excitement? Or terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claudette gestures you over to the beach where the killers all stand, flaked in tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of the TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly, the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-ass cameos in this show. I might chew his agent out. But before we walk over for you big moment.
Don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us, uwubito.
It can't be easy being thrown to a mysterious island for seemingly no reason, surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your most primal impulses.
Murder and making out.
You've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island hosts, with dignity and respect, so don't tell anyone we told you this, but... Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially.
Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you.
Relationships are two-way streets. If you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. The friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad. Where do you think you are exactly?
Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers, and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more.
Okay, so... who's into me? Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially again. Well...
I've never seen Spirit open up to someone like she's opened up to you.
I've seen her open up the insides of plenty of people, but thankfully for you and for us, that's in a different type of game. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule.
I'm fucking ready, baby!
You make your way over to the row of killers and one hottie. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs.
It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air. And I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks.
It's time for our newcomer to confess their love.
Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this.
No, you don't, but who cares? Uwubito, who do you choose for your solo date?
Can we at least do the flower thing?
Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us.
No, not that flower thing. The thing where the shooter gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection.
Oh, right. I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche at this point.
Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose and got an ouchie, so I settled for these.
Oh, those are cute. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saves some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. You've got the other thing to think about right now. Uwubito. Who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you? Spend with you today. Man, this is a real tough choice. I'm thinking it's gonna be, obviously, you approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat, and into her haunting eyes. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person, and I resisted the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. And we shall. Up to the eye of the dark storm, that is our reality, to the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. It's time to see what you're made of, uwubito. I like the sound of this. I thought it might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's yacht before we head up to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kinda hate this basic tropical vacation stuff like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit, at least. There's more to me than what you've already gotten to experience. I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating air. This wasn't always who I was. I was a normal young woman once. Went to school, hung out with friends. I even had a part-time job working at a restaurant in town. And then, well, I know what happened. Your father, he murdered me and I awoke as an undead Avenger. That's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom. A lot of time when I think about ghosts, there are these kind of see-through flickering specters. You imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through them. Ooh, and that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect on the world around you. I don't know. Depends on which movie you're watching. But when I died, well, I dare you to try and reach your hand through me. Not really. That's not an invitation. It's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I'm not sure. Or I sure don't. I've got my ideas, but I'm not exactly there digging around in caves or dusting off antiques and trying to find clues to analyze their meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process, but one that I have extremely little respect for as a person. But you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are or where you came from. Rather than freak out and simply try to swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you've never even tried, I think that means you've got courage, or an open mind, or, I don't know, maybe you stuck around because you like someone you met here. And I did. Maybe. While the two of you were getting all deep and philosophically flirting, the yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse.
Last stop, everybody off.
There were other stops? Oh no, not of this trip, of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. I'm just messing with you. This was the only stop. Nobody here is really looking out for our fun. So we have to make it for ourselves.
But no, there were no other stops. Seriously, go.
Race you to the poop deck, Dwight.
This ship doesn't even have a poop deck.
Oh, it will. As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette running, giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good time. You arrive at the beach near the majestic black lighthouse. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds circle lazily. No sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today. See? Spirit places her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. It's cool to the touch, but you feel... Is that the faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So, what happens now? Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one who has lived to tell about it. We're going there. Spirit points to the top of the lighthouse amongst the circling birds. What's actually up there? Have you seen it? Hey y'all. How's everyone doing today? It certainly seems to be taking the whole elimination thing well. Or maybe this is the opposite of that. Better not bring it up at all. And just hope that he doesn't completely melt down. Hi, Wraith. You sure seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than that, what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air, like it's the greatest air that he has ever sucked. Uwubito, thank you. Thank you for choosing someone, anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone, again, forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, on that date you just mentioned. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. You mind? Oh, right. So what you doing? Heading up to the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island from up there. In fact... Spirit, I thought you said no one's been up there before and lived to tell about it. But this sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but... Spirit waves her arms at Wraith from head to toe. And if he's not dead now, he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date! Hey now, we could solve our problems without our hair floating up into a menacing shape. I'll just be over here, running away. Enjoy the view! I think Wraith was kidding about that whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't of the island. Like, what you can see is mostly ocean on account of it being, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point. Regarding your... how do I say it? Spirit's hand floats up as she scratches her head contemplatively. Contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Because despite of what our lanky friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering that brings doom to it from all corners of the world, if not further. Well, duh, you saw a freaking pirate ship seemingly travel through space and time and only crumble at the rocks beneath the spooky tower. But you decide not to point that out because that wouldn't be too romantic, now would it? I think I'm alive. I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess I don't know. If you come with me up to the eye of the Black Lighthouse, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something, I won't deny it. I feel it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here and now to figuring this out as friends, we could put that risk off for another time. Just be friends? Ouch. Is that her way of letting you down easy? I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it may not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yep, we're going up. You take a deep breath and think about every particle of the sea air and it travels into your body and fills your lungs. It may be the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for it. Spirit smiles a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way? Inside the lighthouse, it's almost pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside this place is like a void. The last thing you see as the final rays of sun leave you is a horrible sight. A petrified body lying on the stairs, reaching not up, but down, as if it had been crawling. Watch your step. The things we do for love. When you arrive in the lantern room at the top of the Black Lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out, and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room, as though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow... It was just morning, a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking out at the ocean all day. I've really enjoyed the peaceful time together with you, taking in the view, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kinda my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just call it the perfect date, and you can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember it, it's just that for some reason my mind is completely blank, but hey, I'm not dead. Oh, you're already dead, and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. Even turned off, the light has a power to it. The massive lens reflects moonlight through itself. A subtle sparkle that has a hypnotic effect. Maybe it's where the day went. Staring into the light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I had a really good time. That's it? Don't get me wrong, this is really cool and all. I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose if you thought we were walking under your death and nothing happened, it might feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry. Anyhow, it's time to go. Here, let me just flip the light on for the staircase so it's easier to get down. The stairs still look pretty dark. Maybe it... Spirit is interrupted by a strange hum, and it becomes frightening clear to you. That switch wasn't for the stairs, it was for the main lantern. A lantern that is now beginning to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up to your nose. Oopsie. Looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stair lights after all. Now we see who is really alive and who is really dead, I suppose. It was bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but, well, I'm a little scared. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and only look at me, and I'll keep you safe. Perfect. Oh, that was perfect. Ah, well. Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You're so brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you'd put yourself through this for me. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of energy in the Black Lighthouse... Oh, shit. Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of energy from the Black Lighthouse's lantern eye refuses to subside. No, it cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. You wake up to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp and smells like ash. It takes time for the sound to clear up, but eventually Spirit's word starts to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not to you. You know how sometimes people say, it's not you, it's me? Well, this time it's you, and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought that you were doing was a sacrifice and never gave up for me. Well, today I saw what love looks like, and it looks like a whole lot different than this.
I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird, because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody.
Oh yeah? Fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping. Wow. Wow. I'm the fucking rebound. Okay. Ow. Wow.
Don't you say it.
I'm dumping Evan McMillan, and there's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan.
Ren,
Trapper turns from Spirit and looks directly at you. You realize that you're laying on the ground in some weird tunnel.
I think that your shouting woke up uwubito.
I'm sorry, I think I interrupted something very personal and also quite scary. I swear I wasn't trying to listen in, but I heard a lot. Probably not everything. I think I woke up in the middle. What did you hear? Just you dumping Trapper? Hee hee ha ha.
We were never together. Maybe we were together. Wink, wink, wink.
I know you're wearing a mask, but we can see your eyes. You don't need to say wink, wink, wink out loud. Another reason I'm right to have dumped you.
You did not. It was mutual.
jig is up, as they say. As they say up. They know you're awake now, and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation that I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. Not here on this island, just here in this tunnel. As far as this island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. We? You and Trapper? But after the lighthouse came on, you blacked out. On your way down, I thought you might have hit your head on something. It's hard to tell, like, what blood is, or new or old around here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe so I could ask Trapper for help. It's not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but I don't trust him. But you trust Trapper? Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right. But you get what I see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking island mysteries, my favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place was private.
Don't look at me. I didn't tell him about it. Half of the appeal of this spot is getting away from people like him.
Oh, jeez, I can see when I'm not wanted. So, you three are a throuple now, or... Because I gotta say, I really didn't get the whole Trapper spirit thing, but hey, if it's not my business, I don't stick my nose in it.
We were on a thing. Nobody traps the Trapper. Not with traps or with relationships.
And you do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you want to talk about it, just say so. Anyhow, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head down about 50 meters down that way, you'll find...
Get out!
Wraith looks around, just to be doubly sure that Trapper isn't addressing him. I was just leaving. This island is a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. And after a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me. And it became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk. But we were more than friends. So you all were fuck buddies.
I dispute. The event is told. For the record, I don't pursue, I stalk, and I lie in wait.
That's fucked. Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we were good at. So, I hate to ask, but I did just take I did just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp, so I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at?
Well, for starters.
Excuse me, I'll take that question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, it's that I'm on a quest. For revenge. Exactly. What you might not know, Trapper is like a great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who had turned their back and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Revenge against a barista who wrote Ewan on a cappuccino, knowing his name was actually Evan. For some reason, who thinks about revenge as much as I... For someone who doesn't... Fuck me. For someone who thinks about his revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. But they say to never date your heroes. Good advice. I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, uwubito. You showed me that it's okay to be lost, to feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer anyone. Oh. I'm not sure where you got all of that from, but okay. You held a mirror up to my own doubts and fears and showed me that they aren't everything about me. That I can embrace those things, but not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground in a dark cave or a dusty old tunnel. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross. Clearly appealing to Trapper's better features, he has been a winning strategy for dumping his ass. Because he seems like to be taking it quite well. This whole half-assed dating show parody thing, at first, I obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of moron thought there would be an audience for this? But then we spent some time together, and I realized there's something actually real here. And I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up on us.
Listen, uwubito. While you were knocked unconscious by some minor head trauma, like a total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust in her and value her opinions. But that doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to go through me first. By passing Trapper's test. Trademark. Coming to Behavior TV Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions directly or die by my blade.
Oh, I don't fucking like this at all. Can I save? I'm gonna save.
Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given by her murderous father, which she only lets her real friends call her.
I mean, you already called her Ren, so it's Ren. Ha.
Okay, you got that one right, don't celebrate yet. Question 2. What lives
Inside the spirit? Oh, it's a dragon. Yeah. Question 3.
Where did Spirit work back when she was a small college girl before she went hell-bent on revenge?
She worked at a fucking restaurant, my boy.
I know. To think I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I've ever mingled with the help like that. He'd be so disappointed in me.
Fuck, there's more questions. Spirit's favorite color? Black?
Maybe I didn't get to know Spirit that well. Maybe that's why she dumped. Maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? Question 5. The final question. You got this, uwubito. According to Spirit, what's worse than being dead?
Being seen as for who you are.
Oh no, I don't know this one. Oh, we're going with the last one? Oh. Yes, okay.
When I pitched Trapper's test to the suits at Behavior TV, they told me that there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given as a final prize for winning. So I killed them all right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve any of the budget problems, it sure did feel good. I'm telling you to brag and to this A, to brag, and B, to explain why the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations for Trapper's test. Not that it was going to be a huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark has a chip on her shoulder about being seen? Go figure. You probably guessed, but rules are rules. Even if I literally just made them up. You got it right. So I guess I approve of you, Daddy Spirit, or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe you'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink, wink. Trap her out.
I'm sorry you had to endure that. What, 5 measly questions? It was nothing. Psh, no, it was nothing. Absolutely nothing. I need to turn my light on. Okay. Not even that. As ridiculous and unnecessarily as it was, the whole thing. The waking up in a random tunnel and overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and that stupid quiz, all of it. Especially the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of it wouldn't have happened if I didn't. And I like you too, Spirit. Please, call me Ren. Yay! Ren. I didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else I really wanted to show you. Alone up in the lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gunner, it's not that... Get your mind out of the gutter, uwubito, it's not that kind of game. Well, why the fuck am I playing this? What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told... No, wait, it is that kind of game. Disregard the gutter comment. That's what I thought, bitch! Come back up there with me? There's no place I'd rather be. You're excited to return to the lantern room of this lighthouse, despite all of the drama and worry that was previously part of this place before for you. More importantly, you're excited to be there with Spirit, which makes it all more crushing when you're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. Again. Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I mean tragic. Tragic? I don't think so.
What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience.
Before they can explain what that's even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl, a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in a now familiar way. You prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now isn't the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans, Dwight. Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will...
Now, please don't interrupt.
You think after all this time, you think we've got the best... we know we've got your best interests in mind. Wait, what? No, of course, I don't think that.
Got wax in your ears, friend? I asked not to interrupt.
Too late. The black light flares. In the darkness, you see something horrible and strange. In a place of Claudette and Dwight are two ghoulish silhouettes. But before you can focus on them, the light passes and 2 survivors are returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell?
Hey, watch your language. You shouldn't speak that way.
Oh, hi, Dad. Around your elders. Grandpa? Oh, fuck, I gotta make a new voice.
My little Red, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast.
What? Uwubito? Meet Grandpa Kaizen Yamaoka. Well, technically, not just Grandpa. Technically, he's my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. But that's a lot of greats to say in a row.
I haven't seen my little Red since I've watched over her from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expect you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect, except Ren.
She can do whatever she wants, my precious little angel. But you! Oni stares at you with his demonic red eyes. You're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you.
You mongrel, you must treat me with respect, or so help me, I'll be clearing bits of your head off with my kanabo.
I didn't understand.
I didn't ask you, goddammit. A kanabo is like a metal baseball bat carved in spikes, for your FYI.
I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of the noble Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk. Claudine. Explain what's going on to me.
It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette. Remember? We explained to you when we were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor, and to give or withhold your approval.
5 greats.
Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir, your honor, master, sir.
Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have great judgment, and because if they summoned my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all of eternity to continue with the rest of the, whatever this is, show, game, experience?
Ah, yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my power and magnitude can help.
Self-important much? Nice to meet you, Kazan.
Only my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear at my presence call me Oni.
You're seeing a serious resemblance to Trapper in not only the sheer size of the man that Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently, Spirit has a type. You sure you can or want to measure up to that? It dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you've tried to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought, but now, not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you from 2 steps away.
Well, you don't scare me, so I'm gonna stick with Kazan. Peasant! I realize the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light.
Oni waves his katana in the air at you menacingly, like great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, Grandpops, not so fast. You're not supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better.
Young people these days, always waiting to kill people instead, insisting that they must deserve it. Back in my day, you could do what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it.
In his day, for such an imposing presence, he sure is giving off serious old man yells at cloud vibes.
You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. We didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much if you ask me. But that didn't make the rules. The rulers did. Exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public executions. What were we talking about? Spirit giggles at her great. I'm not saying all of these every time. Oni's forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... Listen up, old man.
We don't have time for you to list every activity available to the samurai in the entirety of the Edo period.
Silence, peasant. You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from any activities that didn't befit the Bushido code, such as attending certain theatrical performances. For instance, sometimes, however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to sneak out entertainment. Seek out. Now, I'm not saying I did that because I had honor, and a body built like an entire castle that is quite hard to hide. But clearly you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting rules of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette. You fool! Ren, what would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this?
You find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who was and who wasn't allowed to do leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're not really sure how to handle this massive demonic old man.
Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Ren, my beautiful descendant, you invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. Claude, Doris, fetch me my kanabo. Ren, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hands, and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains on the beach together as a family.
Grandpa, no. That's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did.
Yeah, sure, wink, wink, wink.
This whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Uwubito has a good soul, and the heart of a warrior. They've fought for my love, in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we wrap this up already?
Of course, of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. What the fuck?
Sword drawn. Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he has ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I think I'm good over here, actually.
Ren, now push them my way and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on the course of honor.
You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track.
Revenge on my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaoka name. The lust for violence in your voice, it fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose, if this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody vengeance with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms of the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors.
And if Uwubito ever treats me poorly, you have my word on our family's honor. I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this?
One last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it. But maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful. But it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Ren. I will see you again soon.
Now let's go, servants. Client, Clint, Denise, return me to my stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to?
Yes, sure.
I swear, if this is still better than dealing with trappers, Dad.
I'm sorry if I was disrespectful to your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. I realize I will never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to, or want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's Cave right now, avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I imagined for myself. This sense of abstract duty, anger at a world changing around me, a lust for blood, that's no way to live, and yet, as you know, that is the Yamaoka way of life. Forever, I'm cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me. Or at least, maybe I was, until now. Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby. You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach.
God fucking damn it!
The moonlight sets a romantic mood as storm clouds roll in and surround the black lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Spirit removes her sheer robe, showing her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Maybe you could help me get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again? I mean, yeah, of course. Last time was, well, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards. To be totally real with you, I kind of just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear, though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there's anything wrong with feet, it's just that something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady, steady. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Fuck. There we go. That's so goddamn hot. I love feeling her hands sliding up and down my feet and between my toes. My skin has never been more moist. I hate reading this. I hate this so fucking much. Oh. I can't. Get up here right now. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotion hands, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock onto yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit come undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. So this is what it feels like to fly. As Spirit pulls you close, you feel a bit of glass press into your flesh. Pain and pleasure wash over you like the ocean. Salty air stinging your skin as you writhe against your undead lover. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure that Spirit lets the dragon inside of her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will have all been worth it. The clouds part, just as you manage to pull yourself, exhausted, away from Spirit. A chunk of broken glass is lodged into your shoulder. When you pluck it from your skin, it drips blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck to me when I was having the best night of my life. Spirit drags her fingertip over the sharp edge of the blade, the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that came from. That was uncomfortable. You arrive at the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you.
Now is the time, uwubito.
To face your destiny. Oh, fuck.
To face your destiny.
Actually, about that, Uwubito, can we talk privately? Maybe, not here. Maybe someplace else that would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedule, Spirit.
Very strongly.
And you know how I feel about you telling me what to do? Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Uwubito privately. It's not right to do it here in front of everyone.
You know, from my experience in upper management at my father's mine, I learned if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out.
Please, enough with the fire talk. Wait, you think... No, she couldn't be. She seems so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. But if I tried to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder Uwubito yet, so... Okay, fine, I guess it is good. Your guess is as good as mine. That girl is very hard to read. A word of advice, though, if you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are.
I don't need any advice. Everyone out.
Except for Uwubito. Did someone say final house? That's kind of my whole jam. I can stay, right?
Especially you. Out.
Lame. Alone with Spirit, you feel something awful hanging in the air. More awful than the lingering smell of that Cleaver body spray. Ugh, I gag. I'm gagging. Spirit, Bryn, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days helped me get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome. And you know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside of you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. Ah, fuck. I need someone who shares my interests. Someone I can connect with. Someone jaded and dispassionate. Only driven forward by a desire for revenge. Well, goddamn it. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't you. Can we just be friends? I don't know if... Before you finish that, just know. If we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies, and I will destroy you. Friend? Oh, I don't even get a fucking option? After this, I'd rather die. I'm glad to have you here for me when I need you, but also not too close for me when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave. Wait, what? That's it? That's how this ends? You're just leaving me here? I'm not sure I'd use the word ends, and for that matter, I wouldn't say I'm leaving, but us, we're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, it just proves that we never really belonged together anyhow. Good night. What the hell? I just spent all this time on this island, doing everything I can to get to know you. only to be told I should just leave the chocolate factory through the side door? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said goodnight. See you around. Jeez, what a fucking bummer. Hey, why did she keep saying she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea.
And so my precious killer lived happily ever after. As they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost. Whilst trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design.
Ah, I think I was right.
Wait, did I just spoil my tridentity?
Yes, I fucking got it! The ocean's the entity, baby! I have plague. Find out more. Goodbye, uwubito. See you again later. And again and again and again. Forever. Woo! That was a really depressing ending. I didn't want to just be friends. What a bunch of fucking ass. Well, anyway, that is the end of Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating simulator that kind of broke my heart a little bit. So, to make myself feel better, I'm gonna go kill on Dead by Daylight now. And, I'll see y'all later. Ooh woo.